India's Russian oil puzzle, between U.S. pressure and energy needs. The confusion over India's oil cuts. A new Reuters report has sparked global attention after the White House claimed that India has halved its Russian oil imports following high-level discussions with U.S. officials. However, industry sources inside India tell a very different story, saying no significant cuts have been observed so far. This contradiction has raised an important question. Is India really reducing its dependence on cheap Russian oil, or is Washington simply trying to project diplomatic success? U.S. pressure versus India's energy security. Since the Russia-Ukraine war, India has emerged as one of Moscow's biggest oil buyers, taking advantage of discounted crude that Western nations refuse to purchase. But Washington has repeatedly warned New Delhi about its growing energy ties with Russia, arguing that this trade undermines Western sanctions. In recent meetings, American officials reportedly pushed India to align closer with Western energy policies, suggesting a reduction in Russian oil imports. The White House now claims that this pressure worked, but data from shipping trackers and refinery sources does not support that claim yet. What the numbers say? According to the Reuters report, Indian refineries have not yet shown any drop in orders from Russian suppliers. In fact, October imports are expected to rise by around 20%, not fall. Any real cutback, if planned, might only appear in December or January shipments. This suggests that India is maintaining a careful balancing act, keeping its diplomatic image clean while protecting its economic interests. Why India can't afford to cut too much? India imports more than 80% of its total oil needs, and Russian crude has become a vital part of its energy cost strategy. The discounted rates help India keep domestic fuel prices stable, especially as global markets remain volatile. Cutting Russian imports drastically could increase fuel prices at home, hurt industrial production, and push inflation higher, something India's government wants to avoid ahead of elections. The bigger picture: energy politics in a multipolar world. This issue is not just about oil, it's about global power dynamics. The U.S. wants to limit Russia's influence and promote Western unity. India, on the other hand, wants to stay strategically independent, trading with both sides as it suits its interests. As the global order shifts towards a multipolar trade system, India's stance reflects a broader trend among developing nations, choosing economic pragmatism over geopolitical loyalty. Final thought. Whether or not India actually reduces its Russian oil imports, one thing is clear. New Delhi is playing the long game, using diplomacy to keep both Washington and Moscow within reach, while securing the best possible deal for its economy. In a world where energy equals power, India's oil diplomacy is proving to be one of the most strategic balancing acts of our time.